Hello and welcome. My name is Nicola Broikst and I'm the Professor of Entrepreneurial Behavior here at Technical University of Munich. With me, you'll discover a special technique that is used by successful entrepreneurs to come up with great business ideas. This technique is called Effectuation. And to better understand it, we'll now compare how entrepreneurs and how managers typically think. First, managers often focus on one specific goal, and then they assemble their means to achieve this goal. This technique is called causation. In contrast, for entrepreneurs, it is very often difficult to predict the future, and so it does not really make sense for them to focus on one specific goal. So what can entrepreneurs do? They can focus on their means. They can combine their resources to create several potential goals.
In the beginning, we started because we were missing a variety in the beer market. We wanted to enjoy beer customized to our taste, which was quite impossible to find in the shop. And so we investigated different possibilities how we can get to a customized beer. And by that came very fast to the clue that we have to brew our beer by ourselves if we want to enjoy it according to our taste.
What do I mean by resources here? Well, resources can be who you are, your personality or your preferences. It can also be about what you know, for example, what you've learned at the university or in your job. And also people who you know can be important resources. Think of your friends, your colleagues or others at the university. In fact, resources come in all forms and shapes. Perhaps you know Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and you know that very often in the ice cream they have tiny chunks and pieces of nuts or cookies. The reason behind that is that one of the founders, Ben Cohen, has anosmia, that is a lack of the sense of taste. And he thought he might even better enjoy ice cream if he added some texture to it. And this is one of the factors of Ben & Jerry's success. Now, what can you learn from the story? You have lots of unique characteristics. Think of these characteristics and draw on them. Then you'll come up with a unique opportunity that is appropriate for you. But when should you invest resources? Let's first consider again causal thinkers. They would calculate the upside potential of all the available opportunities, and then they would invest in the best opportunity depending on the expected returns. You, as an effectual thinker, should take stock of your resources. Think about what you're willing to risk and only invest these resources. But do not only look at your own resources, but also look at things that might be available for free. Somebody else's trash might be your treasure. Think of the whole upcycling movement, where old, used materials are turned into new products by entrepreneurs. The next question is, what role do stakeholders play? First, a causal thinker is interested in building up transactional relationships. Just think of a marketplace where resources are exchanged. In contrast, an effectual thinker is interested in building up long-term partnerships. So you would partner with your customers, with your suppliers, but even with your competitors, because they all can provide resources to help you develop the venture. As an example, let's take a look at Mr. Spex, which is a German internet firm that sells glasses and contact lenses. They partner up with local opticians that fit the glasses. This is beneficial for the opticians because they can, like this, compete with the big chains. And for Mr. Spex, this provides the opportunity to offer a service that you normally could not offer as an internet firm. So this partnership is one crucial success factor for Mr. Spex. Finally, throughout the entrepreneurial journey, uncertainties are likely to arise. What does this mean for a causal thinker? Causal thinkers try to avoid surprises, try to avoid uncertainty because they are a threat. They might prevent them from achieving their goal. In contrast, for an effectual thinker, a surprise can be something positive because it can provide new resources for the venture and it can help in the adaptation of the business model. As an example, think of PayPal that had to flexibly adjust its business model over the development. The founders started out as a cryptography company, and then they learned that they could be more successful if they developed an online payment system. When PayPal was bought by eBay, it got more and more popular and really took off. However, later on, they again had to change their business model to become independent of eBay. Now let me summarize what we've learned. Effectuation is a technique that can help you to find appropriate opportunities and to deal with uncertainty. As an effectual thinker, you should first focus on your resources and don't forget the unusual ones. Second, you should only invest what you can afford to lose. Third, building up long-term partnerships will help you. And finally, be open to change and leverage surprises. I hope that these principles will help you in your entrepreneurial career, and I wish you all the best.